Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kappa Season 2. Today we're in the lower bracket, the opening best-of-one elimination games. Our first match was a kadoozy. Good Lord, NND eliminating Mineski X after 65 minutes of just ridiculousness and chaos. A VOD worth watching. The end you probably didn't expect. So here we go. The Mongolz going up against No Scope. No Scope didn't tag up this game, but we got another lower bracket elimination match here. These are both qualifier teams. Let me pull up my cheat sheet here because I forget which team is from which region here. Right, so the Mongols actually just came out of the open number 2, and No Stipe is the team from Thailand. Ah, that's right, that's right. It's all coming back to me now. So both qualifier teams here. Hard to say who the favorite is going into it. What do you say we take a look at these drafts? Nature's Prophet, Disruptor, the opener for No Scope. And the Mongols go with IO Bristleback. Okay, wow, this draft is way different, kind of across the board from everything we've seen so far in this tournament in the C region. Alchemist Meepo banned out. The Meepo, I guess, respect ban against No Scope. But IO Bristleback, nobody really running IO that much, and especially in tandem with a Bristleback. It is a really good lane early on. Now they pick up the DK. I was thinking it would be Wisp Bristle mid. Now, maybe not so much. It could be a Wisp DK mid. It could be a Wisp Bristle aggro try with another good support like a Witch Doctor or someone that can heal up, or a Dazzle. It is really ridiculous just feeding the Bristleback essentially endless mana to spam out all those quills. It turns him into a serious lane dominator, lets him be more aggressive than usual, and it is actually just very hard to deal with. The drawback, though, of Wisp Bristleback is no stun. It's really good early on, but it does start to fall off. Bristleback, definitely one of those heroes that has to keep tempo to scale towards the latter portion of the game. And Silver Edge is just such an effective tool in countering him. It gets rid of that Bristleback ability, passive. And they already have a potential carrier for the Silver Edge. Nature's Prophet doesn't often go for a Shadow Blade, but we do see him pick it up occasionally. And if they don't grab anyone else who would normally go Shadow Blade, I think that's a hero that could definitely do it to try to deal with this Bristleback. NS here thinking about this third pick quite hard. Right now they have kind of an interesting opener. Nature's Prophet, Disruptor could transition into good team fight, could transition into more of like a split push type lineup around the Prophet. They do go for the Slark. Good team fighter, good hero to have against the Wisp.
Crystal Maiden.
And ooh, all right, Mongols go for CM. Well, they've definitely got some early game prowess, no doubt about that. All the mana regen for Bristleback. Wow, that's incredible. CM with DK and Bristleback is really good. Strength cores that are notorious for having low mana pools, poor mana regen early on. So this definitely helps their laning phase. Helps out the Wisp a bit too. I mean, he's still going to be going for that bottle, picking up runes every turn, but not a bad CM game. We'll also open up some farming potential for the Mongols. CM will be able to work that jungle, so if things slow down a little bit, she'll be able to sit back, get some farm of her own, at the very least get some experience. Good to have a support that can make use of a slower tempo early game. But talk about the opposite. It's Tusk. He wants that high tempo early game. A hero that's really fallen out of vogue. He had his heyday, and he's been nerfed quite a bit. Still a really good hero. I think all of his spells still bring something to the table. Snowball, kind of in lieu of a Dazzle, gives you that reset to keep somebody safe and change the nature of the fight. They have a lot of like mobility stops. You've got Kinetic Field, you've got Ice Shards, and a Naga Siren. I think No Scope is the team that we saw run Naga Siren on the opening day of Kappa Season 2. I don't think I like it.
10 seconds remaining.
I think this Naga is just going to get run over.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, right now, as the way this draft looks, it seems like No Scope have the late game advantage. Naga is definitely the best late game hero here, but they don't really have great peel heroes to keep her safe. I mean, I guess Disruptor and Tusk are pretty good at peeling. You put her in a snowball and trying to get away. You can glimpse people back, but There's no big stun. There's no big disable. There's no one that can really come into a team fight and say, hey, I'm taking control. You know, there's no Puck, for example. And I'm just not sure how no scope going to be able to take team fights. It doesn't strike me as the best lineup to do like a 4+1 while Naga split pushes. And I don't see a lot of synergy with the Naga ult. Like, generally, like, Naga is so infrequently picked right now that when you do see her grabbed, it's because there's a clear combo. You grab a Dazzle, a Gyrocopter, a Phoenix, you know, somebody who can really benefit from that AoE disable, set up theirs, get in the perfect position, and then just go to town. Here, it's like, well, you've got Static Storm. Yeah, that's cute. I mean, that's nice. But not particularly devastating compared to other things. And the Mongolz, wow, they go for a pushing lineup. They say, all right, what does Naga Siren want to do? Well, she wants to farm. And what do heroes that want to farm not have fun playing against? Well, heroes that like to push. So they pick up Big Wolfie as their final. And in tandem with a Dragon Knight Bristleback. My God, look at this. No Agi carry. Best of one, the Mongols say, hey, we got hot dates tonight, boys. We're going to end this one quick. So we'll see an early Vlad's come out. We'll probably see this team just itemize for very here and now type items, like S and Y on the Bristleback. Dragon Knight probably just looking for like a drum, Shadow Blade kind of deal. Possibly a Blink Dagger. I think it might be a better Shadow Blade game for the DK, just so he can kind of go behind enemy lines, scout things out, get some intel, and then you can utilize Relocate from the Wisp a little bit more effectively. I think the Blink Dagger DK is better when you really just need an initiator. Like, you want him for that Blink stun, the same way you would use a Blink Hex from a Lion. And, oh, good. We're off to a great start here. Hey, Fading. What's up, buddy? Can re-room. One stand-in is Dog Brain. Got tournament also. I don't... Oops. Yeah, so you know that sometimes when I play admin, I have no idea. I think that the deal for no scope is that one of their players is a stand-in and he realized he has another tournament. Let me go on Skype here and see if I can poke the admin. Admin, check lobby. Team have question. I'm technically not an admin, so I try to enhance efficiency when I notice ways to solve simple matters, but I don't want to overstep my bounds here. I mean, I guess it's possible to not realize you have another tournament going on. All right, well, I honestly think this is, like, based on draft, well, you can't even see the... Man, this sucks. You can't even see the heroes. But I think the Mongols have a much scarier draft, honestly. Like, I think they come online so early. Like, when I was talking about the drawbacks of Bristleback Wisp, that doesn't really kick in till, like, 25, 30 minutes. And if the Bristleback has a good laning stage, if he's running them down, he's gotten a couple kills, he's got some momentum. I mean, if you have that early start where you can get, like, a 7-minute Vanguard... There's this window until like 15 minutes where the Bristleback feels almost unkillable, where he can just run around, turn his back, dive towers, and you can't really deal with it. All that same time, DK is going to have his basic kit. You know, he'll have his drums. He'll probably have his boots completed. He'll have his ult, and he can just start sieging towers. And that window between 10 and 20 minutes, I think the Mongols can just take over the game. You know, Tusk, Disruptor, Nature's Prophet. They're all good heroes in their own right, but not really particularly useful in those kind of 5-man early pushes. He recreate already. Okay. Apparently, they've already recreated the lobby. All right. Great. Good stuff. So we're going to switch back to the Zyori cam here while I rejoin the lobby. I don't want y'all seeing the secrets that lurk beneath the surface. I don't know where the admins are. I guess that's good. Okay. I have this bad habit of saying passwords out loud, and that's not smart. All right, so we got the new lobby here. Looks like the name of the game will be Same Picks. I'm going to tell... so it will be Same Picks. Probably just going to go AP. Yep, and get right back into it. I wonder if there's still that difference between AP and Captain's Mode like there used to be, where there was more time at the beginning in Captain's Mode. So even when you were going to do the same picks, you still had to do AP, or pardon me, still had to do Captain's Mode just to make sure everybody had the same amount of time to put their wards down and scout and do all that kind of stuff. So, all right, looks like we are back in. We're going to load in. Second time's a charm, baby. And my Dota crashed this time. Okay. All right, don't worry, y'all. We're going to make this game happen sooner or later. Don't you worry. Shoot. Come on. Come on. God, that last game, dude. I can't get that last game out of my head. That finisher was just nuts. I did not think they were going to be able to do that. Ugh, craziness. All right, sweet. We're loaded in here. Okay. So just a quick AP. Hopefully everybody remembers what they picked this time. The one benefit of this remake, I will say, is that No Snipe is using their team profile this time, and they weren't last time, so we didn't get to see the official tags. So this is actually a big improvement from the caster perspective. It might seem minor to you guys, but I hate it when I can't see the team profile because, you know, sometimes it's easier to read than it is to recall from memory. So I can just look at their tags and be like, ah, yes, Team NS. What a great story. When I have to think about what NS means, I instantly go Night Stalker, Russian Dota 2 caster, Nutsack. You know, there's a lot of other NSs that come to mind before No Snipe. So, you know, it's the little things, but the little things add up. You know, oh, shit. The little things add up in life, y'all. Like the amount of pause time you can use in one game. We're keeping track. You know, we should that could be a rule for a tournament. Cumulative pause time over the tournament. So you could just pause for an hour in one game, and it's like, nope, you used all your pause time in the last game. Sorry. You get a max for the tournament, not just per game. Nah, that's too next level.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, so we are back in it here. Slark, Nature's Prophet. Yeah, I mean, my analysis holds, dude. I'm really nervous for NS. I think the Mongols are going to be able to do a lot early game. I mean, CM, we haven't seen her picked so much, but she's still a very strong hero. She has been nerfed a couple times. I wouldn't say she's broken. She's slower than shit at 280, but, you know, items like Windlace have helped her out just in that early game. You know, get a couple of casual item pickups, and she can make stuff happen. Only one clarity, so probably means she won't be spending a huge amount of time in the jungle early on, but that Frostbite, man, it works wonders on those big creeps in the jungle. At least allows her to secure some early levels and, you know, get some points in that aura, baby. Got to get that team regen going on. That's why you get picked up. That's how it do. Are we going to see another fight about the rune? We actually saw that in game number 1 of our coverage today, which is a little bit surprising. We don't really see teams skirmish over the bounty runes that often. In our first game, Mineski actually was able to pick up both of them. Looks like NS is just going to focus around the bottom rune. Mongolz, we're going to start to make a hold, but they just rotate up top. Sonke, I'm going to try not to call him Snake this time.
The battle
Sorry,
begins.
sometimes the dyslexia catches up with me.
I'll take that.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes. This is where if I had a co-caster, I'd say over-under on Mongolz breaking high ground, and I honestly think they could do it at like the 15-minute mark. With a lineup like this, it is ridiculous how fast they can push after a good team fight in the mid-game. The hardest part after you win those mid-game fights is that the respawn timers are just so low, and heroes come back so quick. But if they win fights, they'll be able to take objectives so easily with this Dragon Knight Bristleback combo. I think one thing that they're going to need to grab here that I'm not sure if they will, Casual Blightstone. Incredible in lineups like this. It works just like a Desolator, so it actually applies the debuff to the tower. So it's not just the person that's attacking, but it minuses the armor on the structure so that all of the creeps, all of the other units, all the heroes get that added little bit of damage from the -2 armor on towers. It sounds silly. It sounds like, oh, 2 armor compared to 20, who gives a shit? But it actually does add up. And when you're a lineup like this that revolves so much around sieging towers, the whole crux of your strategy is getting that tower gold as early as possible so you can use that momentum to snowball your team into the mid-game. When that's the case, every little bit helps. And you're going to be wishing you had a Blightstone. I think also a good item to have on the Bristleback. I don't know. I experimented with it. It's okay. I mean, he does a lot of physical damage, and I think just that extra minus armor early on gives you the right clicks. I think it's a worthy pickup. So of all the heroes to grab it, I'd be tempted if I was Bristleback anyway, let alone with this pushing lineup. Interesting opener from Wisp here. Goes for Tango's Fairy Fire. Normally you'll see Wisps just pull their gold and go right for the bottle. But here we're going to see this Wisp baby do something a little bit different. They're going to do the double stack. Is he going to get it? Nope. Tusk came in and messed it up. Ah, pesky Walrus. Speaking of the Walrus, comes in on Masquerade. Bristleback, hello. Not a first blood quite yet. He eats the Fairy Fire, will survive through it. All right. Noble effort on that first blood attempt. I like that the Wisp is prioritizing stacking here, though. This is a really cute little spot where you can stack both camps. We'll see if we can watch him do it again here.
Is it worth your life?
Bristleback can definitely clear out ancient stacks. You just turn your back, you spam out those quills, and the physical damage does all the work, especially when you have a Wisp there to heal you up. And the Wisp knows that he doesn't have to get experience now. He'll be able to recover later. Compliments of his good friend, the Bristleback. And it's as easy as that. Well, okay, he whiffed the top stack. But you get the idea. Let's check in on the other lanes here. Interesting play from No Snipe. They put the Slark mid. Not something you see very often. I guess sort of a similar vein to the PL mid. Down bottom, we'll see Fading actually take a lot of damage here. He glimpses back the Wisp, but Masquerade still might be able to find a kill. Eats the stick charges, but hey, there's one more Quill Spray. First blood drawn by Masquerade. The Mongolz strike first. Great opener for them. Now in the mid lane. Notity taking some heavy harassment from Retribution. And Kitten. Thinking about rotating in, but not going to do it quite yet. Tough game for the Tusk. Doesn't really have too many easy gank targets. Lycan, pretty beefy in these early levels. If he catches the Wisp, yeah, sure, but not going to be able to rotate on Bristleback too easily. DK, yeah, one of the tankier guys in the mid lane. We'll see at 5 if he goes for that second point in Dragon's Blood, but either way, he's pretty beefy. And right now, Kitten's just kind of hanging out. He's just sipping his coffee, doing some math, trying to figure out what lane is going to give him the highest chance of a kill. Oh, down bottom. Heavy initiation onto the Bristleback. Wisp actually taking a lot of damage. Thunderstrike does so much here. Masquerade going for a more balanced build. You'll see a lot of Bristlebacks skip the Nasal Goo, but he's gone for it here. One more auto attack, and he would have had the kill, but Glimpse keeps Disruptor alive. Naga Siren trying to go in for the kill on the Wisp, but one more set of Sticky Goo. Wisp, oh golly, comes tethering right back in, trying to feed this Bristle a little bit of extra mana. Toy is so tanky in these early levels. Naga starts with 8 armor. Fading comes back in, and they are actually going to trade back and forth. Bristleback brings down the Disruptor, but it will cost him his Wisp. All the while in the mid lane, looks like DK was picked off by the Slark, though he did kill the Tusk before going down. So actually not too bad for the DK. He gets the kill first, which means he does get the experience for it. Never good for your mid laner to die, but if that's going to be the case, that's the way you want it to happen.
Invisibility.
CM level 3 still just stacking up in the jungle. Down bottom, they getting gully. They going hard on this Naga Siren Masquerade, maybe biting off more than he can chew. Doing a lot of return damage here. Both Kitten and Toy very low. Proxy trying to come in and do something, but now he's just going to be past the tower. Slark is rotated, finished off the Bristleback. Now there is nowhere for this Wisp to go. He's tethered up to a creep. Snowball in. He's just going to try to make as much space as he can. Maybe he can get a tether across. Courier. Who am I kidding? Wisp doesn't have the damage for that. Nice tether in. Toy still doesn't have a point in the ensnare, but hits him with the Riptide and one more auto attack. The Naga just a little too speedy. Yeah, a bit too ambitious there from the Mongolz. Wisp Bristle is a great lane, but you can't really just dive past the tower like that. Of all the heroes, too, Naga Siren, very well suited to deal with this. Even with the sticky nasal goo, she's got a lot of armor. The 4-man shield mitigates a lot of damage. That's what allowed her to stay alive there. Top lane, Mongolz staying aggressive too, diving past that tier 1 tower. Dragon Knight now level 6, picks up the infused raindrops, actually just goes in onto Fading. Might be able to find a kill, he's got to breathe fire. One more auto attack, he might be able to get it, he gets glimpsed back, but Fading actually turns to keep fighting. Why didn't he run? Oh, Fading, you silly devil. Retribution will go down. Slark gets a killing spree now, so they do go 1 for 1. DK trading his life to the Slark for just a kill on the Disruptor. Yeah, probably not really worth it there. I'm really confused as to why the Disruptor went back in. We're actually going to relive that one, just so I can get a handle on what happened. Is there something I missed? Why didn't he just run? Spotty little devil. Uh-oh. I'm too slow. All right, here we go. Moonduck instant replay time. Bada boom, bada bing. Retribution goes in on the fight. Oh, God. Team fight breaks out all the while up top. Oh, my golly. They're going to go 1 for 1. CM for the Nature's Prophet. Are they going to find Kitten as well? It's a sick instant replay. Sanke in the shapeshift form. Just dives past it. Picks up the double. Now Slark on his way in. Trying to clean it up. But Sanke says, I'm out of here, boys. TP's home, and that's it. That's the end of it. Now down bottom. Rotation in onto the Naga. It's a double damage up on Bristleback. Glimpse is available here, but he's not even going to get to use it. The BB just does too much damage. Damn. Who's actually winning this laning stage? It is the Mongolz. Okay, about a 1K net worth lead, 1,500 experience edge. This double damage Bristleback is not done yet. Still got a little duration on it, and they're going to go into this Naga Siren. She does have Song of the Siren here, as well as 10 stick charges. The song will reset things. She'll be able to live, but Kitten on the backside needs to be careful. It's a 3-on-3. Slark now joining the party. Snowball in onto the Crystal Maiden. They're going to go for the weak ones. Ouch, that's a lot of damage. Bristleback trying to do as much as he can. Wisp here with the tether, going to heal him up. He gets the kill on Tusk. These Quills proving to do way more than NS bargained for. The Slark gets destroyed. Naga going to go down soon. She uses the split, but Retribution now rotates, catches her with a Dragon's Tail. Drogon is here as Fading tries to eat his way through the tree line. Nowhere to go. It's the Mongolz that come out big. Now we're starting to see the power of this Wisp Bristleback as he hits level 7, gets the maxed out Quill Spray. Proxy doing some huge sustain here. Big fight for 7 minutes. That's a nearly 2K gold swing. That is pretty big. Pretty big indeed. And we can't forget that all the while, hey, Lycan was just free farming. He's almost got the Vlad's Offering. Doing some chip damage on this tower. Forces the Naga now to rotate up top as that bottom tier 1 tower falls. 8 minutes in, the Mongolz strike with their first tower kill. Dragon Knight making the rotation. You know, honestly, Infused Raindrop with the CM aura on DK is sick nasty. There is not a lot of stuff that is going to take off the, do like the 120 damage threshold to take off a charge for the Infused Raindrop. So, not okay, CM's going to die mid. No big deal there. But it's pretty likely that he'll be able to hang on to this. And the mana regen is awesome. You compare that with a bottle. He's at just a natural +2 right now. Just happy as a clam. A great start for the DK. All 3 of the cores on the Mongolz. Top in the charts right now. NS maybe going just a bit too greedy with it. Slark, Naga, and Nature's Prophet is your cores. All 3 heroes that require a lot of items, a lot of space to really become scary threats. Looking over here, Bristleback going to start clearing out these stacks. Only a 2-ski on the hard camp, but just takes out a nice triple stack here at the Ancients. Nothing too crazy, just some good farm going his way. That'll push him to #1 on net worth. And Wisp actually going to get another stack up on the hard camp here. So another triple stack for Masquerade to work with. He's going for a mech early item. Interesting choice on the Bristleback. You don't see this too often, but he'll be able to farm it up much faster than the Wisp. Of course, when he is tethered up on the Wisp and he catches the heal on both, it's a tremendous heal on him because he gets the double heal from the tether, you see. Added value. Probably still looking at the Vanguard. If they manage to finish off Roche here as they just walk into the pit. He should have the gold for it. It'll be a good Vanguard timing. We talked about it in the draft. He didn't rush the Vanguard, but still a very... I mean, dude, his farm is actually unreal right now. I was saying, you know, if you can get Vanguard by like 7 or 8 minutes, he's going to have 11-minute Tread Mech Vanguard. If he was just Tread Vanguard at 11 minutes, I'd say he's doing well. Nature's Prophet goes for a Hand of Midas of all items. Solo tick, my man. I don't know about that. I don't want to call it too early. I don't want to sound like I'm being a negative Nancy. But I think once the Mongols start committing to a really high ground push here, they're going to be wishing that Midas was anything else. Like, literally just a Maelstrom would be great. You know, more AoE damage to try and push them back. This is going to be rocky. Now the siege begins. 10 minutes in, the Mongols start poking at this tier 1 tower. Bristleback gets his Vanguard. Down bottom, he's just farming away with the Wisp here. There is a relocate available. So they're just going to continue to slow siege this tower, wait and see how NS react. And then maybe they'll go for a relocate. Or maybe not. They'll just take the tier 1. Nature's Prophet does split push all the while in the top lane. Naga at 2200 gold, getting close to relic money. They definitely want to set up a kill on this Naga Siren before too long. This is the perfect window to try to find a kill. Capitalize on her pulling all that gold. Oh, Lycan, Sanke, you are farming in an aggressive position, my man. It gets scattered out by the Disruptor. He's going to have to run for it. He needs to be careful not to get glimpsed back. Good use of the dogs. Pushes back the Raptor. And heads back to safety. Down bottom, Wisp and Bristle doing some split pushing of their own. I mean, these two right now, they could easily take a 2-on... They could take a 2-on-3 of NS. This Bristle is so strong at the moment. And if you can get the double heal with the mech on the tether, they're going to be feeling good. Slark on his way in, though. Slark's gone for Midas, too. NS go for the double Midas build against the Lycan DK Wisp Bristle team. I'm actually shocked.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Again, I don't want to call it too early. If somehow this game manages to go 45 minutes, obviously no sniper going to be in great shape. They've got 2 Midases, they've got a Radiance Naga, they've got good late game. They will win the late game. That's not even a question. The problem is, can they get to the late game? The next 10 minutes of this match are going to be so difficult. Like, they bought these Midases before this game even got hard. Free tier 1 tower in the top lane. Mongols say, all right, we're going right on to the tier 2. It's already at half health, and NS haven't even reacted yet. Tusk is smoked up, just walking around the mid lane. I mean, yeah, you might get this tier 1, but trading tier 1s at this stage is the easy part. It's defending high ground in the next 3 minutes that's going to be the hard part. Mongols are going high ground right now, boys. Like, it's coming. The Radiant just made the big mistake to use their glyph at the tier 2, thinking, oh, it's 12 minutes. There's no way they push high ground now. They don't have a reset tool. They're all scrambling to get back to the base. Solo Tick has a TP. Okay, they've all got TPs, but this tier 3 tower is already at half health. And now they're just in position to begin this fight. Snowball ready to head out. Song of the Siren is available. Still level 1, but Toy does have a reset tool. Dragon Tail now on the level 6 Tusk. Kitten getting low. They'll use Song of the Siren, but it overlaps with the Sonic Wave, or the Sonic, or Kinetic, Static Storm Kinetic Field. It does no damage. Not the setup NS we're hoping for. Now they're going to get dove. CM ult doing pretty big damage here. Nodity trying to survive, but he'll go down to the AoE, fading, getting dove by Masquerade, and NS simply don't have the resources. Oh my, now he just dives the well. That'll be the end of the Aegis for Sanke. He does get the kill on Tusk, though. Masquerade comes in, Toy coming out of the base, trying to do what little he can, but now the Naga is out of options. They don't even have abilities to interrupt TPs to catch some on the run because she didn't grab a point and ensnare. Song of the Siren down for 3 minutes. That's a top lane of Barracks. You can't use your glyph that willy-nilly when you're against this pushing lineup. Similarly, you can't go double Midas and not expect the other team to go, holy shit, they actually just went double Midas against our Lycan. Guys, let's literally just attack the ground towards their base. I think we're going to win. I mean, look at this. Sanke is stuck in the base by himself. He gets glimpsed back. They get the point and snare. They're barely able to kill him. I'm not sure they're going to get this kill. Ice shards come in. There's the Walrus Punch. Wisp healing him up like crazy. Solo Tick far out of the base, losing the duel with Crystal Maiden right now. They will finally bring down Sanke. Mongolz getting a bit too cocky with their positioning here. Bristleback left high and dry. DK left high and dry. He's just out in the other lane. Now Masquerade's the one that's going to get initiated on. He's not really that scared. Wisp still has a full bottle. Might be able to tether across. He needs to live for another few seconds here. Doesn't pop the double heal from the mech. But they're just waiting for this tether to make the turn. There it is. Wisp comes cruising on in. Another static storm. Masquerade is just cleaning this up. This is a 4v5 right now. The Bristleback gets a double kill. He's still alive. DK is literally not even here. CM just pops the ult, destroys the Tusk. That is one sad pony right there. Richard Simmons, I'm a pony. I'm a pony. No, you're somebody's dead fucking slippers, Tusk. You got nothing. You got nothing. The Mongols are just tear-assing their way through Manhattan. Now we're going to see her relocate back towards the top lane. They say, hey, it's Naga Siren. She's got a relic, but guess what? Her ult's got a 3-minute cooldown. Ha, 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 ha. They're just going to chase her down. Another free kill for the Mongols. All the while, hey, look, it's Dragon Knight. What's he doing? He's just killing the base. He's literally just focused on objectives. He's like, guys, all right, you have fun killing the heroes. I'm going to get my armlet. I'm going to do me. I'm going to take a little me time in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, now in the mid, the Mongols just taking out this tier 2 tower. This is a massacre, an absolute massacre. No scope. Oh, God, here we go. The mech gets popped. Nodity goes in deep. The glimpse back. They're trying to get him out of the base, but Fading just taking too much damage. They don't have enough armor to deal with Masquerade. He's got the mask on, and he dives past the tier 3. Proxy healing him up as best he can. Kitten taking a right click from the big bad wolf. He will make it back. The Wisp Ball's smacking him in the face. Proxy, uh-oh, in a little bit deep. Where's his tether, buddy? It's space created. He's going to make it back. He's just trying to keep him distracted while his team focuses on the barracks. Proxy will still survive. Masquerade reinitiates now. The Naga Siren doing everything she can. She does have another ultimate, but their mid lane of barracks fall. There's no way they can hold this. Right now, their coach is saying, throw the Midas. Throw the Midas. Maybe that piece of gold will hit him and do something. It's doing more damage than everybody else right now. Here we go. This is the big setup. This is the hold they've got to make. Song of the Siren, Static Storm, Kinetic Field. They get the combo. Snowball in. Crystal Maiden. She's low. She's down. They get the position 5 of Mongols, but now Nodity in some trouble, taking heavy damage. Relocate. Pops him forward. Masquerade still trying to zone him at the well. All the while, DK, not in Elder Dragon form. Oh, wait, that's not DK. That's Lycan. Okay. Well, DK now has Elder Dragon form available. Buyback from the Crystal Maiden. They're barely able to regen through this at the lip of their well. Now the Mongols just having a field day with it. One lane of barracks remain, and NS are completely locked in the base. Tier 3 tower down bottom still standing. Mongols a step away from Megas at this point. We're 17 minutes in. This is the window when they needed to strike, and boy, did they. Solo Tick says, hey, guys, we need some creep clear. I've got a Maelstrom, but it's too little, too late. Toy unable to even finish up his Radiance. Oh, God, here we go. Kinetic Field comes out. Kitten gets off the Snowball, but it's just going to buy him a couple of seconds here. He gets off a stun, gets eaten by the wolves. The Dragon goes focusing on the structures because, hey, that's what dragons do best. He's going to lay waste to these towers. Now Toy taking big right clicks from the big bad wolf. Look at him. He's just running in circles. He's just saying, hello, hello, hello. They're finally going to kill him, but, you know, it's for a good cause. Sanke dies. He zones him out. He's like Shaq, dude. He just gets in there with those elbows. Nobody can get near the rim. Mega creeps. They're going to glyph it. That'll buy him the last few seconds they've got. They're going to get the kill on Wisp. Come on, DK. Just get yourself the barracks. He's finished off Solo Tick now. Maybe they can get Nodity. He's got a pounce, but it doesn't matter. They've got a Dragon Tail. The barracks fall. Megas came out, and that's it. Once Megas hit, NS have said, hey, guys, we've had enough. Let us leave our well, please. Nope. Retribution says, I've got a Desolator. You're not going anywhere. GG. Probably the most one-sided match we've seen so far this tournament. The Mongols. My God. My God. I don't know what else to say about that game besides Naga and Double Midas was not the play. They were already up against a tricky situation with a Lycan, Bristleback, Wisp, DK. when they had a Naga Siren, but they amplified it by going all greed. They needed anything that they could get to find an edge at that 15-minute mark, and they just did not have the heat. So they had to get out of the kitchen. That's all there is to it. With that, we say goodbye to No Scope in this tournament. Thank you so much for participating. The Mongolz move on to live another day, round 2 of that lower bracket, where another best of 1 awaits them as they fight for survival. That's it for our coverage today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for Kappa. 2 interesting games, a 65-minute match and an 18-minute match. If you just joined us for this one, go back and watch the first one. The VOD is still processing on YouTube, youtube.com/moonducktv. But boy, was it a good one. That surprise ending is already up on the subreddit. That's quite exciting to see. If you enjoyed the cast today, give me a follow on Twitter at Zyori TV and at moonducktv to stay up to date with all things happening at the studio, as well as all things happening with Kappa Season 2. We're done. We're out. That's our sign-off today, folks. Take care. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. We'll see you later for more Kappa.